So it begins. When I went in this morning, where did I go? When I left, where was I coming from and where did I end up? Everybody knows where I might be now, but you can't, because these are all videos. I won't be present at the time you play it, and wherever you play it, you won't know where I am. But you will know where I am, because there's a piece of me in everybody. There's a piece of you in everybody. We are intertwined. We don't know exactly where precisely somebody is. But if we know he's okay and on this planet, he's doing good. He's in the heavens with God. He's doing good. So I wanted to bring a friend with me, and like this, my buddy here, my buddy, okay, you know MrTacpans's is MrTacpans's the tiger, okay, and you know what he's been telling me? He says, the world, it's been treating me rough. I said, what? He said, the world is treating me rough. I said, MrTacpans's, you shouldn't say that, because this is a dog's world. Reverse your father's name from dog to dog. Don't you know we're in the dog's world, and it'll always be a rough. Well, you know what? In my world, it all purrs. You have all pure? No, I said it purrs. Well, I got a car that purrs, and on this land we need cars. But remember, you have stolen the jungle from the circle of life. You are now destroying the Big Apple. It is falling from the Arctic all the way down through the center to the core of the South Pole. You know there was an entrance that we cannot drill. It's the stop sign. Don't you know? Don't go where the stop sign is. On all the corners down below, there are basically 8 parts north and 8 parts south and anything in. They should not drill in that area. So I asked, I said, MrTacpans's, why? He says, you remember the dream? I said, what dream? He says, they're like revelations. He says, you know those little things that you make up? He says, well, it comes from us. We give it to you so you can see, so you open the lights. Okay? When you drill through the core of the apple, my friends, you have the torture of the apple splitting in two. This is what's going on, okay? Now take that stop sign, okay, and place it, okay? And there's a certain area, okay? Maybe it's within a certain degree. I haven't really checked what the degrees are, but there's a certain degree that once you get into that, the pieces like chip off. And then once you get towards the side, obviously, it's like taking a bite out of the apple. So, MrTacpans's, I thank them for coming. I want everybody to thank him. Yes. Don't thank me. Do. There will be many, and there will be few. But it will be the few that push the many, and it'll be time to stand, because they can do nothing. If everyone stands in one spot and does nothing, they can do nothing. For whatever they do, the media, now so large throughout the system, God has given us the media, so everybody's going to see the truth if somebody pushes somebody the wrong way. We must remember, do not be scared. God is going to be there at the end for you, okay? But we don't want to die, okay? We don't want to die. This is the circle of life, my friends. In my kingdom it all purrs and roars, but in your kingdom it all cries. Everybody's fighting for a bigger piece of the apple when there's only so much, before one has all the apple and everybody has no apple. And it took Isaac Newton a hit in the head. Oh my God, did you feel that apple come down? Oh, that was frightening. That was crazy. The biggest apple I ever saw in French was a pomme. Tin. It's an orange apple, it's a pumpkin. What did I want to talk about now? Now that it's the weekend, I'm very happy. I'm hoping that I can get out a good video now. Okay, I had a super week. I can't get together more than 20 minutes of my time, and I'm desperately trying to work. I need a pen. I need a pen. Can't work anymore. I need a pen. I don't want to forget it, because if I forget it, I'm going to know I forgot something that I don't want to forget. And I don't even know what it is yet. But if you had that pen and you put it down. So I said, thank God for the 5-day week and the 2-day weekend. 5, 2, 52. Word count for heart. Word count for earth. 52 weeks in a year. 52 cards while you play if you don't use the jokers. If you do use the jokers, it's a package of love, because 54 is the number of love. You'd have 54 cards on the table to play. Yet then again, when we do play in the 52 cards that we do have, it's not necessarily 52. When you play against another, he's the chooser of the cards. He's actually the 53rd, because the 53rd card says what all the other cards in the hand are going to do. He chooses. You choose your cards. Okay? You're the middle. If you have 4 cards, you're 5. You're the chooser. You're what puts the 4 cards together. Okay? Don't ever forget that. When you make a hand, you made that choice. You put it together. It's not because of the cards. Okay? It's because of what you didn't remember. Oh, forgot. Oh, this is like if you're playing poker. Oh, poker. That's my wife. Got a nice kid, eh? Poker. Pretty cool, eh? In French, they call it bluff. I went to Pine Bluffs. There were 2 big hills, you know. Bluff. Pine, tree, bluff, poker, B, 2, 11, 12, 16, 21. B2 and 12 is 14, 24, 34, 35, 45, 47. Wow, that's insane. Wow. Bluff is a 47 count. That's insane. The 4 corners, okay, of the 3 worlds, okay, 4 corners, God's 7, his 4 corners, okay. Time, T-I-M-E, is also 47, and also the game of poker, which I'm going to do right now, P-O-K-E-R, if that's the way you want to write it, which would be 23, 30, 34, 44, 49, 59, 65. Oh, that's insane. 47 and 65, a difference of tie. 18, 1 and 8, 1 spirit, 1 heaven. Poker is 65, just like 56. 5 by 6 and 5 plus 6 equals to 41, which is the first step in life in the Mediterranean, which is something I want to add to go away from the poker. I hope I don't forget. Okay? Is the penny. Went to the washroom today, and the copper piping was all turning turquoise, and it was like a powder that was coming off. Is that the same turquoise that's in the Mediterranean? That same turquoise, I see it in the water in the Mediterranean. It's not exactly the same. Maybe the same thing is happening. What's under the ground there that's going to turn the water that color? The water shouldn't be that color. I don't care what anybody says. The water should not be that color. That's a color that says rejuvenation. Okay? So something is rejuvenating underneath there. What's the sea life around there? Okay? Is something rejuvenating because something's dying? Because here in the lakes, okay, the murky lakes, you see that nice dark green in there? All full of life and bacteria, ready to punch up somebody else that one day might be just like us. Maybe it's the right bacteria to create us, because we're all a little wormy, aren't we, when we play Bluff 105? Why is it 105? What about 10-5 down in the Clue Land, CB? 105, because in poker, you get to use the ace as 1, or after the king is a value of 14, because the ace alone beats the king. So I gave it the value after the king, totaling 105. You got 4 suits, okay, times 105. What does it equal? 4 suits times 105 equals 420. You see, and it works out. And Facebook only lets you write 420 words, and then you got to stop and let it go. Otherwise, it's another program. That's what I'm assuming. Because half of that is 210. And in 210, in the roulette combinations of bets, okay, there's a 210 row where it adds up the same 210. Well, I take all the numbers of roulette and I put it into a square of only 9. I only use 9. Okay? And yeah, if it says 0 on it, I'm going to use it as something. It's going to have a value. Oh, no. Oh, it's zero. Oh, throw it away. It's zero. Coke zero. Or just throw it away, you know. What's the value in it if there ain't no sugar? But God is full of love. 5 and 4, 45. 4 by 5 is 20. It's the beta world, or the two worlds. That's why it's love. 1 and 1, they're both equal and the same. Okay, love, L-O-V-E, is the 54 letter count of the 54 cards in the deck, counting the jokers, but not counting the 2 explanation cards. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, we got to that. I don't remember where I was. So anyways, I started this whole thing saying it's a 5-day work week, 2 days on the weekend, 52 weeks a year, but reversed to 52, and we got 4 quarterlies now of seasons and 4 suits. And the word Jack, J-A-C-K, okay, has a total letter count of 14, 24, 25. Jack has a letter count of 25, which means 1 quarter. All the Jacks. The man count, you want to know why it's 25, 6, 25? Because there's 6 J's in the deck. That's right. There's 4 Jacks and there's 2 Jokers. The 25 is for the Jack, is for the red Jacks, okay? And the other 25, I'd say, let's say, would be for the black Jacks. All the Jacks are worth a quarter. The 4 quarters make up the suit of the Jacks. That's it. There's only 4 in the deck, but there's 2 Jokers. What do you want to count them as? You're the Joker. You take out the Joker, and you become the Joker who makes the choices. The Joker can't say anything. It's a card that's saying, replace me, human man. You make the choice. I was only in the deck to remind you. You have to take my place now. As he was silent in the deck, we just pitched them aside. Sometimes we scoop things up with it, and sometimes we just throw them in the garbage. But let me remember, when you throw your friend and he's a joker in the garbage, you get always the same shit back. Anyways, to move on right now, now we also have 13 cards in a suit, and we have 13 weeks per quarterly season, okay? We have 1 leap year every 4 years, okay? Which means we have a 366 day. Now what you can do is, there's many ways to do this. I can go the Nostradamus route, but I'm just doing the long count with it, like the Mayans did. Okay, 366, 3 by 6 is 18. 18 times 6 is 48, makes 108. You split 108 in half, or you keep 108 together. Okay, any way you want it. You got 2 decks of cards, 54 and 54 with the Jokers. Do we always need the Jokers, or is 1 set enough, or maybe we're 4 playing right now? The 4 islands, the pirate of each island. When they split, you see, 7 really doesn't exist to me. If we were actually balanced in the sphere of the sky, we're actually on this earth, but this is not a position that exists. The corners are 1973. The core will always be center Q5. 0 is the totality or a combination of something. Everything else above that, it's just an addition. That's all it is. Because we've given you the numbers. Give me any number. I don't care how many numbers there are, and I'm going to tell you every single one of those numbers are going to be within 0 and 9. That's it. Agent 99, and that was it. The 11 that come from perfection of the 9 of 99 would say 11. Lenin, 11-9. 11-9 is fine, because 11-9 is the birth of the spirit, the angel man. Before this tape ends, I just want to say one thing. 91 is a natural point count in a regular deck of cards, okay? That means the ace is 1, the 9 is 9, the jack is 11, the queen is 12, and the king is 13, okay? Now there's 13 cards. The 7 is an average point mark, and there's 7 days in the week. 7 by 13 equals 91 points in a suit, okay? Now, the word spirit has 91 in it, okay? And a piano is 52 white keys, 36 black keys, 3 pedals equaling to 91. Now, if you take away the 3 card in any one of the suits, you end up with 88. And what does that do? It takes away the 3 worlds, and it leaves you in 1 world. And you end up at 88. Freedom at 55. It's coming. We're all together on this. Oh, I got some time up. That's so perfect. I really want to thank you for watching this video. I'm not selfish. I'm not thinking of myself. I want nothing more than to try and help this entire world to get back on its feet. everybody. Somalia